G'day guys, HJ Bricks here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be doing a review of the LEGO Star Wars The Child, or better known as Baby Yoda. As you can see here, this set is for ages 10 and up. It is set 75318 and it is titled The Child. This set comes with 1073 pieces and it retails here in Australia for $120. As you can see, the main box art here is a picture of, I'm going to refer to him as Baby Yoda because Baby Yoda is my favourite name for him. But as we can see here, we have Baby Yoda sitting in the cockpit of the Razor Crest. We can also see here he is holding the gear shifter knob from the Razor Crest. Down the bottom here, we can see the logo for the Mandalorian and the Child. And then, of course, we have the Child minifigure who looks adorable. I cannot wait to see that minifigure in person. At the top of the box art up here, we can see the Mandalorian with his first armor. So it is a shame that that's not the Beskar armor. I think that would look a lot cooler as the box art, but it is a very nice touch. Spinning the box around, as you can see, nothing on this side here. And on the back of the box here, over here it displays Baby Yoda's ears can be put up and down, so you can see it can be in this orientation with the ears pointed down, looking like he's gazing up at you longingly. And then if we look here, we can see we do have some posable hands to some extent, so it looks like it's a ball joint at the wrist there, so the hands can move back and forth, and also the fingers can grab onto the gear shifter knob. Then here we can see the head can move up and down and swivel from right to left. And this is just another picture of Baby Yoda along with the UCS styled plaque that has some information about the child and also has that little minifigure stand for Baby Yoda. Down the bottom here we can see the back of Yoda's head and just the back of his body, so you can see the detailing continues on that cloak all the way around. And as you can see, finally we have the dimensions of Baby Yoda. So he is going to be 21 centimeters or 8.5 inches wide, and he's going to be 19 centimeters or 7.5 inches tall. So he is a very sizable build, and so you might want to make sure you definitely have somewhere to put this guy before you purchase him. I'll just spin the box around. As you can see on the side here, we do have another very nice picture of Baby Yoda there. And spinning back around to the front, that's pretty much it for the box art. I'm going to go build this thing and I will get back to you when I'm done. Alright guys, so I have just finished this build and it is a fairly sizable build with that 1073 pieces, and I would estimate it would have taken me about 2 hours. I did finish watching the final episode of the Book of Boba Fett while building this, and man, was that amazing. It definitely wasn't as good as the Mandalorian's finale, but it was a fantastic end to that series, and I was so happy to see Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian once again. So, without further ado, let's reveal the set. Hold on a minute. That thing doesn't look Lego. There we go. I think this one looks a lot better. As you can tell right off the bat, Baby Yoda is just adorable. He is easily the cutest buildable minifigure I own. I own both Yoda and I own Baby Yoda, and Baby Yoda by far is just so adorable. Let's start off with the head here. Just look at those adorable puppy dog eyes. His gorgeous little mouth. He's just staring at you, and he is so cute. As I mentioned before, as we saw on the box, these ears can be moved up. So you can move both of them up like this, so he looks like a curious little guy. Or you can choose to have both of these positioned down, so he is looking up at you longingly, really wanting something. Now we can also see here this mouthpiece here that can be moved up, so he has a closed mouth like that, or it can be put all the way open, which just looks kind of scarring. So my favorite orientation is to just have that mouthpiece up like that, and then having one ear tilted up and one ear tilted down. I do think that looks the cutest design for the Baby Yoda. So the body of Baby Yoda is these beige coloured bricks that are placed together in a really amazing layered texture to make it look like a fabric sort of cloak. So if I just spin this around, as you can see here, all of these different studs are on different levels just to give it that layered effect. And can I just say, the detail on this set is magnificent. Just the instructions are quite painful, having to layer on these different studded bricks, just one on top of the other, and if you miss one of these, it is going to be super painful to try and find where it came off. But I think the effect it has once it's completed looks amazing. And to be honest, if I looked at this, from a long way away, if I wasn't experienced with Lego, I wouldn't say this looks like Lego from a long way away. It looks unreal. What Lego has been able to do with this set and this figure is just amazing to me. Now, as we can see here is the hand. So as you can see, it does have that wrist ball joint in there, and so that gives the wrist 360 degrees of rotation. And we can also see his little fingers can open up here, like so, and we have the gear shifter knob just sitting on top of his hand like that. And so that, of course, can be taken off, and that's just got a single blue stud on the bottom, which does get placed onto this stud here on his hand. I close that up as so. Now, if I'm just going to rotate Baby Yoda around, as you can see on the back here, very much the same, just that standard beige cloak. As you can see, there is no greying hair on Baby Yoda, which makes sense. You can tell that he is far younger than Yoda. You can see his hood piece does come out a little bit there. It's got a little bit of a lip, which I do think is very nice detail, just to show that it's a bit of a hoodie on his cloak. And spinning back to the front here, we can see that this hand also has a 360 degrees of rotation, and this also just has these three little fingers there. So if I turn that back there, I like to just have it resting down by his side there, and that's how I like to position my Baby Yoda. Now if I look on the front here, you can see these eyepieces. It is a little hard to tell, but those are actually printed. So those are round tile pieces, circular tile pieces that are placed on those eyes, and they are printed to give them that little bit of detail, so the iris and the pupil there. So that is very nice detail. Now, the last posable feature on Baby Yoda is, of course, the head. And so this can kind of rotate, can move up and down, so you can have him kind of sulking face down or pointing up to the sky, whichever you like. And then he can also move his head to the right or to the left there. And another thing I'll mention is on the base here, it has a flat base, so that does allow it to stand on the table very nicely. Unlike the Yoda, which had the wobbly sort of legs, this has no chances going anywhere. That is completely sturdy where it is. Now, I'll put a little viewer discretion warning advised, because this might be scarring for some viewers, but I'm just going to remove the front piece of this cloak here, and here you can see the inside of Baby Yoda. So as you can see, this entire figure is built on a Technic frame. So you can see it's made up of 3 levels with Technic beams holding them together. And as you can see on the frame, we have these blue studs here, 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 and there's more up the top there as well. And so basically what they do is they just clip onto the back of this panel piece. And so that entire panel just slots in there and clips on as so. And so all 4 of these panels all around the Baby Yoda all use that same method, so you don't actually have a solid build. It is hollow inside. Here we go, guys. Now we're going to look at the plaque. So as I said before, this is a UCS sort of styled plaque. The only difference is these plaques have these studs around the outside. Whereas, for example, if I take a look at the Millennium Falcon UCS plaque, you can see there is no studs. That's just completely smooth. So taking a look back at the plaque for this set. As you can see at the top there, it says Star Wars The Child, and I do think it's a shame that it can't at least say Grogu underneath that, just because, you know, his name is Grogu, but of course, when this set was released, it wasn't actually known to the public that his name was Grogu, as that episode of The Mandalorian had not been released yet. So that's why his name is The Child. But as we can see here, his homeworld is unknown, species is unknown, so that's the same as Yoda. Underneath his UCS plaque, it also has unknown. Then we have age 50, height is 0.337 meters, primary associate is the Mandalorian, and favorite toy is the Razor Crest shifter knob. So of course that's what we saw him holding in this Lego set. Now, I'm not sure about the American set, I only have the Australian version of this set, but as you can see there, that was 0.337 meters. So that is using the metric system. So I'm just not sure if you got this set in America, it would use the imperial system or not. And now I'm sure what you've all been waiting for, Grogu, Baby Yoda, the child, the minifigure. Look how adorable he is. I just want to pick him up and cuddle him. He looks adorable. If I spin this around, you can see he doesn't have any printing on the back, and that is just one body piece. So much like the baby minifigures we get from Lego City, there is the legs and body do not come separate. That's just one piece, and then the head is a specific mold which can come off. So as you can see here, I just beheaded Baby Yoda, but we do have the head there and the body there. Let's put that back on because that just looks really creepy. And here's a comparison I'm sure you're dying to see. As you can see, there is Baby Yoda standing next to the Mandalorian with his Beskar armor, and I have to say, they look like an amazing pair together. They just complement each other perfectly, and they are definitely one of the best teams in the Star Wars universe. Now, I have a bit of a spoiler warning here, so if you haven't seen episode 6 of the Book of Boba Fett, I would recommend not watching this part if you don't want it spoiled. But as we see, Baby Yoda has the choice between Yoda's lightsaber or the Mandalorian Beskar armor. So I wanted to see what it would look like holding Yoda's lightsaber. Now, after a little bit of difficulty trying to pose this, here we have Baby Yoda wielding Yoda's lightsaber, and I've got to say he does look pretty impressive. So as you can see, at the moment I just have that lightsaber across his body, but you could also have the option to hold the lightsaber like that, which is how the Yoda set actually holds the lightsaber, and I'm not really sure which one I prefer, but it is important to note that this lightsaber is very top heavy, and so unless you get it perfectly right, it is going to just fall straight down. So there you go, guys, that pretty much wraps up my review of the LEGO Star Wars The Child Buildable figure. Now, is this set worth it in 2022? I would say absolutely worth every single dollar. Baby Yoda is such an amazing minifigure, and honestly, just waking up and looking at this set on my shelf never fails to make me happy. Look at how adorable this little face is. He is just so cute, and he is 100% worth it. Especially with the Book of Boba Fett just coming out, and the reappearance of Grogu in that series, as well as the Mandalorian Season 3 coming out, hopefully next year. I wish it was sooner, but apparently it's going to be next year. So, with those two series coming out, I do think that this is a heavily wanted set, and I definitely think you should buy it. I do believe this set is retiring towards the end of this year, as well as the Razor Quest, as they have been out for a while now. So I would definitely recommend picking one up before they are all sold out, because I promise you, you won't regret it. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's worth it, and will you be picking up one of this set later on down the track? Let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and to stay updated for more future LEGO reviews like this one. Hope you all have a great day. Peace.